flying splice, which is an electrical connection made without an enclosure behind drywall, is extremely unsafe and a violation of safety standards for several reasons. Firstly, it presents a fire hazard. Electrical sparks or overloads can ignite the paper backing of drywall, leading to a fire. Secondly, there is an electrical shock hazard. If the splice is not properly capped or insulated, it could expose live wires that can cause electrical shock. Thirdly, wire damage is a concern. Sharp edges of drywall can cut into wires, creating a potential electrical hazard. Fourthly, it is a violation of electrical codes. Electrical codes in most jurisdictions require electrical splices to be contained in an approved electrical box or enclosure. The only acceptable way to make an electrical splice is to follow these steps. Firstly, use a junction box and install a metal or plastic junction box at the splice location and enclose the splice inside. Secondly, use a wire nut, twist the bare ends of the wires together, and secure them with an insulated wire nut. The wire nut must be rated for the size and type of wire being used. Thirdly, cover the splice by placing a plastic or metal cover over the junction box to protect the splice from damage and exposure. A flying splice behind drywall represents a significant electrical hazard. It poses a serious risk of fire, electrical shock, and property damage. It is essential to address this issue immediately by having a qualified electrician install a junction box and properly splice the wires. When dealing with electrical wiring, safety is paramount. Improperly installed or maintained electrical systems can lead to serious hazards, including fire, electrical shock, and even death. One of the most dangerous practices is creating a flying splice, which is an electrical connection made outside of an approved enclosure. Hiding such a splice behind drywall amplifies the risk, turning a code violation into a potential catastrophe. Firstly, let's define what a flying splice is. A flying splice refers to an electrical connection between two or more wires that is made without the protection of an electrical box or enclosure. This type of connection is typically created by twisting the bare ends of wires together and covering them with electrical tape or wire nuts. While it may seem like a quick and easy solution, it completely disregards established safety standards and poses a significant threat to the safety of occupants and property. The primary danger of a flying splice lies in its vulnerability to environmental factors and physical damage. Without the protection of an enclosure, the splice is exposed to dust, moisture, and physical contact. Dust and moisture can degrade the insulation of the wires, leading to short circuits and ground faults. Physical contact can loosen the connection or damage the wires, creating a fire hazard. When a flying splice is concealed behind drywall, the risk is compounded. Drywall is made of gypsum, a non-combustible material, but it is covered with paper. If a loose connection in the splice causes arcing or overheating, the paper can easily ignite, leading to a fire that spreads rapidly through the wall cavity. The confined space behind the drywall also restricts airflow, which can cause the splice to overheat even more quickly. In addition to the fire hazard, a flying splice also poses a significant risk of electrical shock. If the insulation on the wires is damaged or if the wire nuts come loose, exposed live wires can come into contact with the drywall or other nearby materials. This creates a path for electricity to flow, and anyone who touches the wall or comes into contact with a conductive material could receive a dangerous or even fatal electrical shock. Electrical codes exist to protect people and property from these types of hazards. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards that governs the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems. Most local jurisdictions adopt the NEC as their legal requirement, making it mandatory for all electrical work to comply with its provisions. The NEC is very clear on the requirements for electrical splices. Section 314.16 of the NEC states that all splices must be made inside an approved electrical box or enclosure. This requirement is designed to provide physical protection for the splice and to contain any potential fire or explosion. There are a few limited exceptions to this rule, such as for certain types of low-voltage wiring, but these exceptions do not apply to standard household wiring. In addition to requiring enclosures, the NEC also specifies the types of wiring methods and materials that are permitted for electrical splices. Wires must be properly sized for the circuit, and they must be connected using approved methods, such as wire nuts or crimp connectors. The connections must be tight and secure to prevent arcing and overheating. Ignoring these requirements and creating a flying splice is not only a code violation but also a negligent act that puts lives and property at risk. If a fire or electrical shock occurs as a result of a flying splice, the person who installed it could be held liable for damages, injuries, or even death. So, what is the proper way to make an electrical splice? The NEC provides detailed instructions, but here is a general overview. Firstly, always turn off the power to the circuit before starting any electrical work. This will help prevent electrical shock. Secondly, choose an appropriate electrical box or enclosure. The box should be sized to accommodate the number of wires and connections that will be inside, and it should be made of a material that is suitable for the environment. Metal boxes are generally preferred for their durability and fire resistance, but plastic boxes can be used in certain applications. Thirdly, strip the insulation from the ends of the wires to be spliced. Use a wire stripper to avoid nicking or damaging the wires. Fourthly, connect the wires using approved methods. Wire nuts are the most common type of connector for splicing wires in residential applications. To use a wire nut, twist the bare ends of the wires together and then screw the wire nut onto the twisted wires. Make sure the wire nut is tight and secure. Alternatively, crimp connectors can be used to splice wires. These connectors use a special tool to crimp the wires together, creating a secure connection. Fifthly, neatly arrange the wires inside the electrical box. Make sure the wires are not twisted or tangled and that they are not putting strain on the connections. Sixthly, cover the electrical box with a cover plate. The cover plate should be securely attached to the box to prevent access to the wires and connections. Finally, turn the power back onto the circuit and test the connections to make sure they are working properly. If you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician. Electricians have the knowledge, skills, and experience to safely and correctly install and maintain electrical systems. They are also familiar with the NEC and other applicable codes, ensuring that all work is done in compliance with safety standards. Attempting to save money by doing electrical work yourself can be a costly mistake if it leads to a fire, electrical shock, or other hazard. In summary, a flying splice behind drywall is an extremely dangerous practice that violates electrical codes and puts lives and property at risk. Always make electrical splices inside approved electrical boxes or enclosures, and always follow the NEC and other applicable codes. If you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, hire a qualified electrician. Electrical safety is not something to take lightly. By following these guidelines, you can help protect yourself, your family, and your property from the hazards of electricity. Remember, the consequences of a faulty electrical system can be devastating. Don't take risks with electricity. Always err on the side of caution and seek professional help when needed.